Hi, it's Kay Hall here, and this is another edition of Wired for Women. And in these segments, what I do is I read Wired magazine, which is a techie magazine that a lot of women won't read, or don't read, or certainly not invited to read because there's really nothing of interest for most of us girls. So I look through it and I highlight it for you, and we have to follow it because this is where technology is, and these people in this magazine are going to rule the world, and they are going to eventually affect the lives of us and our children. So I'm just experimenting with my 3 special effects today. So in this Wired magazine, let me get right to the point. I found 3 women. Yay! Wired magazine. So the first woman is, well, we don't have a name for her. She's just a woman in an ad. You see that? That's her. And you see she's against a wall with a lot of holes. And that water is being sprayed into her face. There's my phone. We're going to ignore it. And the rest of her is basically covered in saran wrap. So, clearly a phallic, degrading, and demoralizing ad. Not an ad to attract women. Of course, the second ad, which is a staple in Wired, because I have 2 editions, the same ad, is our beautiful Jennifer Aniston. You can't get any more beautiful than that. And Jennifer has a huge bottle of smart water in her hand. A bottle of phallic smart water. More effects. I'm getting it here. So that's 2 out of the 3. All right. Then the first, what's creepy is they've got 3 professional women. Okay? And 3 pictures of these professional women. The picture, there's a huge picture on one side of the page. Like this. Isn't that wonderful? I'm a tech woman. Okay? And right the little side is a little tiny blurb. There's like all this writing on a page, and there's just a little tiny blurb about this woman here. All of them. So it's all the same. There's the brunette. Then we've got the middle-aged blonde here for the boys that like older women. And you see the creepy, it's like red and blue. It's got this really creepy thing going on, and all the photographs are taken. And we have this beautiful young blonde kind of Jennifer Lawrence thing going on. And what have these people done, Kay? What have these women done? Well, let me tell you. Our first woman, kind of a Catherine Zeta-Jones look with the hand in the hair. She's on a mission. And she is going to convince the government that security research is vital to keeping us all safe. Good for you, Katie. You tell that government we need more security. And she does. And she's quite clever. Her company hires hackers to figure this all out. Like, who else would you want to hire to figure out how to crack a website but a hacker? So she's on her mission to do that. Our second lady, who I must say is the most, from what I can gather, is the most educated of all these women, because not that that really matters, but there really is no bio on any of them. It's just a reporter and a small blurb. And there's no quote. If there's quotes, it's like 5 words. There's nothing about them personally, nothing about how they achieved, their degrees or what school they went to or anything like that. So this lady, who we just met, I'm getting this again, all right? This woman, the middle-aged blonde, or what the boys called MILF. Go look it up. So she calls data, like computer data, the computer data that's being collected on all of us, as a new natural resource. Isn't that great? Data is a resource. And so she helps companies move up into the future, those companies that have not become full of technology. Like the little fruit stand down the street. Now we have our last woman here. She's fascinating. She is absolutely fascinating. Let me see if I can find the page here. I'm sorry. Oh, there she is. Our Jennifer Lawrence Blonde. And what does she do, Kay? Well, let me tell you. She is only 26 years old. Bam. And she has started a startup company called U-Beam. The letter U and the word beam. And what she's going to do is try to create some kind of electronic waves that fly through the air and land on your cell phone and then charge it without having to plug in your cell phone. So these could be, all kind of waves, ultrasound waves running through the air from hundreds and thousands of people in New York City with all these waves running in the air. That sounds very healthy now, doesn't it, Meredith? Okay, so Meredith has gotten, for this startup, $13.2 million in funding. So I'm like, wow, what happened to me? 26, I was having a nervous breakdown. So I go to the website, U-Beam, and I say, okay, so something's got to go. They've got $13.2 million. They're going to send sound waves through the air. They're going to charge my cell phone without me having to plug it in. So there's 3 pictures. It's a picture of her, and it says her name and that she's a CEO. Below that, there's a little picture of a guy, and it says his title, probably engineering sometimes. And the other picture is another guy. So I'm saying to myself, $13.2 million, and your web page is a picture of 3 people, like in your whole company. So it occurred to me that maybe the techie boys have gotten smart and realized that tech firms want to throw a lot of money at us women because there's not many of them, and they want to show a good thing, and they want to promote us. We're just not, face it, we're not there to be promoted, so how do they find us? So I think they've discovered if you put a woman's face in your company, you will be getting good funding. So it's Kay Hall here. We've just finished our edition of Wired Magazine, 5 women and 2 ads, and no personal information, autobiography, or interview. Just a little tiny blurb and maybe a 5 to 10 word quote. So we're moving up. Wired Magazine is doing well. We got some women. We learned some things about them and all the money they have and all the wonderful, things that they do. And we are very proud of those women to be in such a tough industry. So, but please stay tuned for my next segment, because I'm going to tell you about these 2 guys. See that one and that one? These 2 guys on the cover and what they're doing for us and for our future and the future of music. And I'm also going to show you some of the things that Wired Magazine should keep out of it, like going to sites or encouraging young men to go to dark sites, which are sites where pedophiles and really bad, messed up people exist, hidden and cloaked from regular security systems. And I don't think we want our boys doing that. So stay tuned with me, Kay Hall, get my kiss, signing off, and I'm going to try some new effects on my next segment. Talk to you soon.